Can you switch off the AC? Yeah. Good evening. Happiness is a secret to all beauty. There is no beauty without happiness, once said by Christian Dior. Welcome to BMC News Live, presented by Al Hilal Hospitals and Medical Centers English News. Myself, Shana Sultana, joining you with the daily news updates. Today's headlines. Joint communique between the governments of the Kingdom of Bahrain and the United States of America held. South Korean President welcomed Bahraini ambassador's credentials. Labour Minister affirmed government's interest in providing sustainable job opportunities for citizens. Saudi announced more than 500,000 Hajj pilgrims arrived in Medina. White House launched a new pandemic office to be led by a retired general. Today's news in detail. Joint communique between the governments of the Kingdom of Bahrain and the United States of America held. Following the third Bahrain-US strategic dialogue, the two countries issued the following joint statement. His Excellency Minister of Foreign Affairs Dr. Abdul Latif bin Rashid Al Zayani and Secretary of State Antony J. Blinken met on July 20 at the culmination of the third annual meeting of the US-Bahrain Strategic Dialogue. The strategic dialogue operationalized the enduring commitment the United States and the Kingdom of Bahrain have to bilateral and regional security, shared economic prosperity, people-to-people ties, and the principle upholding the international order. The United States and Bahrain reaffirmed their commitment to freedom of navigation in international waters, noting especially the importance of ensuring safe passage of commercial shipping in the Strait of Hormuz and condemned acts that put free navigation in jeopardy. The United States and Bahrain reiterated their shared commitment to deterring and confronting threats to the Kingdom of Bahrain and enhancing regional peace and the security. The strategic dialogue, held both virtually and in person during June and July, included 4 working groups covering the depth and breadth of the bilateral cooperation. South Korean President welcomed Bahraini ambassador's credentials. The President of the Republic of Korea, Yoon Suk Yeol, received the credentials of Mahmoud Gassam Mahmoud Adnan Sheikho as Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Kingdom of Bahrain to the Republic of Korea, residing in Beijing. This came as South Korean President Yoon Suk Yeol and Foreign Affairs Minister Park Jin received the credentials of new ambassadors. The President discussed with the ambassadors ways to enhance relations between the Republic of Korea and their respective countries. He also indicated that his country's keenness to strengthen its cooperation with the Kingdom of Bahrain. The Beijing resident Bahraini ambassador to South Korea expressed his pride in the Bahraini-South Korean relations, which are based on joint cooperation, friendship, and mutual appreciation. Foreign Minister met U.S. State Department Senior Advisor for Regional Integration. Dr. Abdul Latif bin Rashid Al Zayani, Foreign Affairs Minister, met yesterday Ambassador Daniel Shapiro, U.S. State Department Senior Advisor for Regional Integration. These two sides discussed the long-standing Bahrain-U.S. friendship relations, which are growing steadily at all levels, as well as ways to bolster bilateral cooperation to achieve common interests. They also reviewed areas of joint cooperation to support efforts to establish peace and stability in the Middle East region, in addition to the adoption of the initiatives that would contribute to enhancing progress and prosperity to the peoples of the region. Labour Minister affirmed government's interest in providing sustainable job opportunities for citizens. Labour Minister Jamil bin Mohammed Ali Humaydan has affirmed the government's interest in providing sustainable job opportunities for the citizens in the banking and financial institutions by qualifying them and providing them with professional skills. He asserted that the Kingdom of Bahrain boasts qualified national competencies in the field of financial and banking sector, as well as which contributes to strengthening the position of Bahrain as a leading financial and banking center in the region. The minister made the statements while paying a visit to the Credimax company, which is specialized in issuing credit cards in Bahrain, as part of his visits to companies and institutions that support the Labour Ministry's initiatives and programs in employing national cadres. Bahrain and US Political Cooperation Working Group meeting concluded. The meeting of the Political Cooperation Working Group held within the framework of the 3rd Bahrain-US Strategic Dialogue has concluded. Dr. Sheikh Abdullah bin Ahmad Al Khalifa, the Foreign Affairs Ministry's Political Affairs Under-Secretary, and Derek Charlotte, the Counselor of the US Department of State, co-chaired the meeting. The Under-Secretary lauded the outcomes of the 3rd Bahrain-US Strategic Dialogue, co-chaired by Dr. Abdul Latif bin Rashid Al Zayani, Minister of Foreign Affairs, and Anthony Blinken, US Secretary of State, in affirming the two countries' keenness to bolster political, economic, security and cultural cooperation by activating their bilateral free trade agreement, protecting regional security and freedom of maritime navigation, as well as cybersecurity, combating extremism and terrorism, and promoting respect for human rights, as well as part of their commitment to bilateral and regional security and joint economic prosperity. Now we shall go for a short commercial break.
The 16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahla. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination.
Welcome back. The Indian Community Relief Fund ICRF Thirst Quenchers 2023 team held its 4th Summer Awareness Program today. The basic purpose of this program is to create awareness towards a healthy and safe summer 2023. The 4th of the series was held today, 22 July 2023, and the Thirst Quenchers of the 2023 team distributed bottled water, laban, fruits and biryani at a worksite in Marasi for 225 workers. Thanks to Mr. Ujjal Mukherjee for sponsoring biryanis to the workers today, it has been announced. This is the 8th consecutive year of ICRF Thirst Quenchers distribution of water and fruits. Bohra Community, Shifa Al Jazeera Hospital and Malabar Gold are supporting ICRF in this project this year. ICRF Thirst Quenchers intends to work continually this week and weekly until the end of August in various work sites, as well as they are one of the most affected and toiling under the summer heat. It has been announced. His Majesty the King condoled with Qatari Amir. His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa yesterday sent a cable of condolences to the Amir of Qatar, His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, following the passing of Sheikh Mohammed bin Hamad bin Abdullah bin Jassim Al Thani, former Minister of Education, who passed away on Friday morning. Saudi announced more than 500,000 Hajj pilgrims arrived in Medina. A total of 550,580 pilgrims of different nationalities have arrived in Medina through Friday after performing Hajj, reported. Meanwhile, the number of Hajj pilgrims who departed for their countries through Prince Mohammed bin Abdulaziz International Airport has reached more than 400,000, including 28,000 plus who left on Friday. Meanwhile, 161,000 pilgrims of different nationalities are still in Medina, with hotel occupancy reached 54%. White House launched a new pandemic office to be led by retired general. The White House on Friday launched an office to prepare for and respond to potential pandemics, to be led by Paul Friedrichs, a military combat surgeon and retired Air Force Major General who helped lead the Pentagon's COVID response. The new Office of Pandemic Preparedness and Response Policy will also take over the duties of President Joe Biden's current COVID-19 and Mpox response teams, the White House has said. The office will be charged with leading, coordinating and implementing actions related to preparedness for and response to known and unknown biological threats or pathogens that could lead to the pandemic or to significant public health related disruptions in the United States, its statement has said. Amazon to invest $120 million to build an internet satellite facility at NASA. Amazon said Friday it will invest $120 million to build a satellite construction facility at NASA's Kennedy Space Center as part of its plans to launch a space internet service to rival SpaceX Starlink. The company, founded by Jeff Bezos, said that Project Kuiper will provide fast, affordable broadband to unserved and underserved community around the world. With a constellation of more than 3,200 satellites in low Earth orbit, LEO, we have an ambitious plan to begin Project Kuiper, a full-scale production launches and early customer pilots next year, and this new facility will play a critical role, said Steve Metier, Vice President of Kuiper Production Operation. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi handed out 70,000 job letters to youth at nationwide Rozgar Mela. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today distributed more than 70,000 appointment letters to newly inducted recruits via video conferencing. The Prime Minister, while addressing the appointees on the occasion, said, during the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, when the country is working on the path of development, it is a great honor to get the opportunity to work as a government employee. The people of this country have taken the resolution to make India a developed country. He said that the next 25 years are very important for India. With this, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Live English at 7:30 p.m. Thank you so much for watching. Signing off, Peshana Sultana. Good night.